very first day of chiropractic school.
FYI, I had the biggest fucking lunchbox there. How's that kid? Well, not a kid anymore.
You pulled in right as I was about to do my cut, so I was recording. So we got to record you coming home.
Awesome.
That worked. If I had a sharper blade, it's ridiculous. I'm out here working with this ridiculous blade here, per usual. Backity head, I got dull ass shit. Look at how far I gotta go on this one. I gotta finish that blade. Ciao ragazzi! Alright, this is not technically an after video, but I am leaving after being here for a very long time. I mean, school's already started, missed my deadline, all the things. Anyway, kitchen is looking fantastic. I am grabbing some of our stuff to bring home. Sweet, I got a bug in there. Gotta kill you. I'm grabbing some of our stuff to go home. I feel like you're maybe a little far away. Or you wanna get up a little closer. I also don't want to wander too far out of shot. Probably can't hear it, but so it's garbage days here are way different than what we're used to. So our garbage and recycling and yard waste all happen on the same day in Cape Coral. Here, they happen on all the different days. So basically, every day of the week feels like there's some sort of a garbage truck driving by. It's very confusing. Don't really understand which day is which yet. Clearly, we're just, I don't know. I think the garbage day is on Monday, I want to say. And then, or maybe it's Tuesday, Monday or Tuesday. And then there's a separate day for recycle. And then there's a separate day for yard waste and also like bulk pickup. Recycle here is very, I would call it old school, old fashioned. Like we're used to just all of our recycle goes into one big bin. It looks like a garbage can, except that it is green for recycle. Goes to the recycle people, supposedly. Here, you're supposed to like actually sort your recycle, and they don't recycle any glass. Glass is like the number one recyclable thing. So I don't get that. And then also we have bulk pickup, like I said, and we're trying to get all of our, all of our boxes from the flooring out to the curb, which we have so far not done a good job of getting out there. But right now, we did have our entire pile from when Claire and I ended up accidentally doing an entire landscaping chunk on the side of the house. Anyway, they did with a crane, or not a crane, like a big claw, picked up that whole row of stuff. And then we also had started, when we were doing that, unknowingly that we were going to do that much, had an entire bin of also yard waste in a bin, that we can't actually use because, as I said, you have to sort. Oh, and also they go out in like the not little, but like the flat rectangle recycle bins. You don't put it out there and wheel it because they have somebody who actually manually does the recycle, not on a truck that dumps it. Anyway, so I've been watching outside. We've had the claw truck come by. We have had the, I think the yard waste people, like the regular yard waste people come by. And then I also think like the bulk trash people come by. Because there's been 3 different trucks of some sort that have gone through. Nobody's taken the yard waste out of the bin. So I don't know if that means like next week we have to dump the contents of the yard waste bin onto the ground and then they'll take it. I'm not sure. It's very funny. Anyway, so I'm going home. We have all this meat that we had packaged last time, or when Carol, our dog, was here, that we forgot to bring with us. So I'm going to bring some of this home because we don't need this much quantity here. And it's considered, we consider it to be the dog meat because it is like that big tube you get from Sam's Club or Costco or wherever. And should we get her organic, whatever? Sure. I mean, she's already eating high on the hog, if you will. Anyway, so we don't eat this one. But I don't want to leave it in the fridge here because it's just taking up space and it could be put to use at home. So I have that, and then I started to pack up. When Claire and I went to Costco, we bought a bunch of stuff in bulk, but she's not going to be able to eat it all. So I put like a bunch of carrots and green onions in here. And I was thinking I didn't have a spot for them, but I'm just going to put them in here to bring home with me because I am heading home. Oopsie. I have quite, oh my gosh, I bet this is obnoxious in your ears. Hold on. Okay. Woo. I have actually quite a bit more stuff still to do here. I feel like I am so busy the whole time I'm here, and I'm tired when I leave because I've been doing so much stuff. You can't see me. I'm just bending over to shut this bucket. And I do so much stuff, but god darn it, my list is just never ending. I mean, part of it is my own fault. We know this, right? I keep having some scope creep. I'm coming over here to you. I'm going to bring you with me for a second, or at least turn you. So we know that I added wallpaper to this trip. And then I also started work on the appliance garage. Da, 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 da. So I'm trying to make use of the space. I'm pretty sure I shared this in a previous video, but anyway, I'm trying to make use of this space and add more storage to the kitchen. I do not like microwaves out on the counter, so the plan, after, I did not record this, by the way, so I bought these hinges. I went the cheapskate route, so the name brand, Bloom, I think is their brand name. They do all kinds of great hinges. They were $75 a piece, or sorry, a pair. And I need 2, or I thought I was going to do 2 of them for this situation here. So I got the cheaper version. The cheaper version, wow, what a royal. For my very first time ever, I left an Amazon review. I've never done it before, but I was like, holy crap. The only reason I was able to put the darn thing together is because other people had also written reviews like, hey, the directions are absolute bogus crap. They're clearly translated into English by somebody who's not an English speaker, nor did anybody like Google check anyway, they're horrible. Made 0 sense. The pictures, normally you can like make sense even out of pictures, horrible. No order of operation, nothing. In order to attach this door to it, I had to have Claire come hold the hinges halfway out so that I could then like crawl behind, and like it was not fun, so I didn't film it. But it's going to be really nice when it's done. It don't have the handle on, so I have to like do it weirdly, and I don't have the cabinet, technically is not attached to the wall back here because I have to move the electrical into the cabinet. That's my next trip here. But I got it at least functioning so that when I leave, the house isn't just a shambles for when she comes home from school on long days. Anyway, but watch. It works. It's awesome. So the microwave's going to go here. Toaster's there. Little miniature appliance garage, like I said. Your question might be, wow, that's kind of a far ways to lean. Perhaps you're probably going to have to walk to the other side of the peninsula to access it because the door will open this way anyway. You know what? Get your extra steps in. I like it. Even if the microwave was literally sitting on the counter, you would still have to like go around it because of the way the door swings on a microwave. But I'm pretty happy with it. Like I said, I don't have the handles on, so I have to do it like that. And then this will have another cabinet that will probably open like this. And then these will just be doors that go like that. It's fine. And then this will all be painted the cabinet wall / fridge color, which, did I do a fridge reveal? I don't think I did. So here's the fridge, all painted. Handles are spray painted. These cute little magnets actually were on the fridge when we moved in. She had a bunch of little weird things that were left here. These were really cute. I think it looks adorable. I don't know longevity, how durable it's going to be. These will probably need to get re-spray painted at some point, especially with girls with nails. I'm sure I will get dings. It is fine. It's way better than it looked. And when you look at the kitchen in its entirety, hold on, let's do that. I have paper towels in the way, so you're not going to be able to see very well. Hold on a minute. When you look at the kitchen in its entirety, it just fits. To me, I think it looks really great. Hold on, let's do that. Now it's a little dark because I shut this gross fluorescent light off, and we have the skylight, which is what this light is right here. Anyway, but I think it's coming together. It looks so cute. I'm very, very happy with how it's looking. I have a little coffee station over here as well. Also, I'll have to get that like a little outlet thingy dealy for this to plug in. But little coffee station, and then once I have this all built and trimmed out, I can have little hooks for little coffee mugs, tea mug or teacups, that type of stuff. And then what else? Yeah, I don't have any of the knobs on yet. That's next trip. Oh, I did get the floor trim in. So I got the little quarter round under there, in paint, stained / painted and installed. I still have not painted this. I did put tape there, and then I started to tape on the wallpaper, and this has not been here long enough to like have the glue be solid, so I stopped. I didn't want to have to risk ripping that up. But coming along.